Okay, I've been holding this one in for a while, and today we're letting it out. Hit it.
You are now watching Neon Arcana.
Why this video exists. So I keep seeing Gnosticism get thrown into this giant bucket with chaos magic, sex rituals, Aleister Crowley. And I get it. It's all esoteric, right? But that's like saying jazz and death metal are the same because they both use instruments. And listen, I get it. There's a lot of content out there from people who've been studying this stuff for years, decades even, who still get it fundamentally wrong. I came across a podcast recently where someone who clearly had put some serious time in researching the occult was mashing up Gnosticism together with Crowley's Telethem, Moonchild theory, sex magic rituals, and trying to tie all of it to Sophia, and I had to pause it. Because that's not just a small mistake, that's a completely different traditional being slapped onto something sacred and calling it the same thing. Now, when I first came across this misinformation, it's just a podcast I like to listen to every weekend. And they brought on a special guest. I'm not going to get into any details or anything, but I was just listening. I like to listen to like other people's thinking. It was more of a Christian like focused podcast, and that's cool. I like to listen to either sides, even if I don't agree, because I just like to know if people are like understanding different things, or if we're like we all see through different lenses and perspectives, right? So I like to look at through people's windows and see what they think and what they think other things mean. But this one was getting crazy because he was like saying all these things combined together and ultimately is all just the same ritualistic summoning a whore of Babylon kind of feel. And that was not even close to what Sophia is all about, but we'll get to that later. Today we're going point by point, no gatekeeping, just clarity, because if Gnosis is anything, it's the pursuit of truth. So let's actually pursue it. Sophia is not who they think she is. Genuinely bothers me. Talk about Sophia. They treat her like some external goddess you summon, like you light a candle, draw a sigil, do some kind of ritual, call her name and she shows up. That is not what Sophia is. And this is exactly what I heard on this podcast. The idea that Sophia is something outside of you that you can invoke through ritual practice? No, that is a Crowley's framework being projected onto Gnosticism. Those are two different maps. Sophia, in Gnostic understanding, is the divine wisdom, and she lives in you. She's not out there. She's the part of you that already knows, the part that recognizes truth when it hears it, that gut feeling that something is off, that pulls towards the light. Like when I got my first dose of Sophia's wisdom coming through me, the gnosis flowing through me, is when I know, when I hear something and I don't even have to research it, it just makes sense, you know? Like, just for example, everything changes in time. Like you don't even have to research time or anything. You just know that it's true because you see it and you experience it. But at the same time, you can picture something somewhere else in time and it will change as well, because that's just gnosis. It's just truth that flows through you, and you just feel it in your gut, and it tells you, yeah, that clicks, that makes sense. I just unlocked something that I didn't even know existed within me, which is awesome and pretty amazing actually. The Gnostic's text describes her fall not as a physical event, but as a consciousness event. Wisdom forgot itself, and the whole point of Gnosis, aka the inner knowing, is Sophia, remembering within us. We are her remembering herself. You cannot summon what is already inside of you. You can only awaken it, which gets us to, let's talk about the One. Now here's where it gets deep and beautiful. The One, the monad, the true infinite source. This is not the God of the Old Testament. This is not a being with a throne and a beard making us rules. The One is beyond name, beyond gender, beyond comprehension. The Gnostics texts literally say you cannot describe it. The moment you put a label on it, you already missed it. Now here's the interesting part. The Sufis, the Taoists, the Vedantic Hindus, even some Buddhist schools, they all hit this same wall where language breaks down. Because here's the thing, they're all pointing at the same light. Different traditions, different maps. Same destination though. The Sufis call it the beloved, the Taoists call it the Tao, the Hindus call it Brahma, the Gnostics call it monad. All roads lead back to the one, because the one is literally everything that created it, literally everything. Like it's if the one it wasn't existing right now, then we wouldn't be existing. Nothing would be existing. It is everything and nothing at the same time. That's why all religions always point up to a higher being, and some of them might have different gods, but those gods all even bow down to this one, literally the only one that makes all this reality happen right now. And here's the wild part. The Demiurge, the creator god of this material world, comes from the one, not as something evil that snuck in, but as a downstream expression, a fragment, limited, confused even, thinking it's the top of the hierarchy when it's not even close. Real power recognizes what's above it. The Demiurge doesn't. And that's kind of the whole story. But I just understand that the one is always loving and always giving us love no matter what. That takes us to the Demiurge. Real power, wrong crown. I want to be fair here because this is where people go too far the other way. The Demiurge is not nothing. It builds this. Whatever this reality is, this matrix, this dream, it has structure, rules, gravity, cause and effect. That took something. But limited is limited. The Demiurge operates within a framework it didn't create and can't see past. It's like a foreman who thinks he's the architect. Now in the Nag Hammadi, it states Yaldabaoth, declaring, "I am a jealous god. There is no other god besides me." Now Gnostics took that line a whole differently because the one would never get jealous, right? But unfortunately Christianity took it for word, and they said they just blindly went along with it. The Gnostics didn't believe in that though. That line is not proof of power. In Gnostic reading, that line is proof of ignorance. A truly supreme being doesn't need to declare it. It just is. Not only that, Yaldabaoth, aka the Demiurge, created the Archons, the forces that serve the Demiurge, right? Their whole job is to keep us confused, keep you distracted, keep you from waking up and what you actually are. Because you're a beautiful soul and beautiful light. You are stronger than you think you are. Because a sleeping divine spark is no threat to the system. An awakened one, that's a different story. And these forces affect all of us every day to day. You ever just look in the mirror and look at yourself and you just feel like, I don't like you. That's the Archons getting in your head, telling you that you shouldn't love yourself when in actual reality you should. Even I get self-doubt. I have my moments where I'm just like, what am I doing and why am I here and what's the point? But I know that's just a lower frequency thinking there because it doesn't want me to vibrate at a high level, because once you vibrate at a high level, you start seeing and noticing things. I'm pretty sure some of you have already started noticing things if you're watching this video. That moment starts spreading the gnosis. That something really pushes back. You got to pay attention to that, man, because it's Sophia's wisdom trying to come through you and letting you little nuggets. Now, I'm not saying these Archons are like real demons or anything like, I'm here to possess you and take you over. Nah. These are all like dark energies within us because we all have light and darkness, right? We're the light and the dark, yin and yang. We are the embodiment of the universe in the body. So we just got to figure out how to control these Archons, not let them whisper you or not listen to the whispers, per se, metaphorically. Which takes me to Gnosticism is not an occultism. Let's end this. Okay, this is the one that gets me the most online. People hear Gnosticism and they immediately go, oh, so like sex magic, chaos rituals, Crowley stuff? No. Different traditions entirely. The Lima Crowley system, chaos magic is its own thing. The moonchild concept that gets thrown around, that's the Lima. That's not Gnosticism. That's not even Sophia. Those got mashed together by people who either didn't do the homework or are intentionally muddying the waters. Now, I know some people think like, oh, these are all banned texts from the traditional Bible and yada, yada, yada. But like, that doesn't mean they're all about evil and summoning demons and stuff. Nah, man. That's a whole different kind of ball game that you're trying to play there. Gnosticism is at its core is about knowing yourself so deeply that you remember what you actually are. It's not about power over the world. It's about seeing through the world. That's fundamentally different directions. Speaking of directions, here's where I want to land this. You are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a fractal expression of the one. Having a human experience, that's divine spark. There's a divine spark in you. The Gnostics called it pleroma, and it's been here the whole time. This whole existence, the confusion, the forgetting, the searching, it's not punishment. It's the one experience itself through infinite perspectives, finding its way back to itself. When it finally clicked for me, I was just always into this different kind of thinking, always looking at different options of spirituality, always wondering why everything felt so matrixy, right? Like the Matrix, oh, we live in the Matrix, and then we're like, it's a cool movie reference and all, but like at some point it just starts feeling like, nah, man, it's not even a movie, man. It's more like a documentary. It's really a thing that we do and live in, but it's a whole different kind of Matrix is the thing. And you just start realizing all this knowledge and wisdom just starts accumulating within you and showing you the path that ultimately leads you to like, dude, like it's all the same thing. All the rivers lead to the ocean, right? All roads go to Rome, and literally all spirituality and traditional anything leads to the one. Doesn't matter what it ultimately is, it all goes back to us feeling a sense of love, a sense of urgency, like a sense we want to go back to somewhere we knew and know and have a feeling about before us even coming to this third dimension, you know, the Matrix, as if we will, you know, reality. And that's pretty awesome if you think about it, because like you experiencing all this craziness through your own story. But we're all taking all of our amazing stories. Every single one of us has different expressions. It might be the same game, right? Like, but we're all gonna have different save files and different experiences and side quests that we went on and main quests and this and that. But like, ultimately, we get to take it back to the one, so the one can continue to grow and expand and become more realities, become more everything and nothing at the same time. I know it's kind of weird to wrap your head around it, but some things aren't supposed to be that. And here's what I want you to take away from this. Every tradition at its deepest level is pointing at the same thing. The mystic, the shaman, the Gnostic, the Sufi poet, the monk in silence, they're all circling the same fire. Gnosticism just gives us one of the cleanest maps for understanding why we forgot and how we find our way back. And Gnosticism, real Gnosticism, is that map home. Not a religion, not a club, a remembering. And nobody can sell you that. Nobody can perform a ritual and hand it to you. It raises from within because it was always within. That's Gnosis. That's the whole thing. If this video cracked something open for you, even a little, drop it in the comments. I want to know what landed. I want to know where you are on this path. And if you've been seeing Gnosticism misrepresented somewhere, send people here. Let's build a community that actually knows what we're talking about. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell, and I'll see you on the next one. It's been a good talk, you guys. I hope you guys learned something new and awesome. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night. Let the gnosis flow. Remember, always listen, because that voice is always talking to us. Neo Nomad out. Peace.